Okay, this is homework 7E, and this is going to be number 5. Okay, here's the problem. In how many ways can 8 graduates line up to receive their diplomas? Now, so I don't just flat out give you the answer. And you might get 7 graduates, you might get 9 graduates. I'm going to do 12 graduates. I don't think that's one of the choices, just so I don't give you the answer. And it's important for the second part to know how many girls or how many boys. So there's 12 graduates. And we have, I'm going to say we have 7 girls and 5 boys. Okay, and in the last part, the girls are going first. So the first part of the question is, how many ways can 12 graduates line up to receive their diploma? So we're going to go back to this chart here. This again is on the exam 3 formula sheet. And it says, so is repetition allowed? No, repetition is not allowed because one person can't graduate twice, right? They can't walk twice. So repetition is not allowed, and order does matter because we want to know who's first, second, third, which way we're going to line them up. So we're looking at a permutation. This is where this one gets a little confusing, but let me just show you. So we're looking at this formula here. Okay, what's confusing is our n is going to be 12, right? Our our r is also going to be 12. So I can see that you think there's a problem down here because you're like, well, you can't divide by 0, 12 minus 12. So this would look like this. 12 over 12 minus 12 factorial. And you're saying you can't divide by 0, so this is wrong. Actually, let's look at what happens when you have 0 factorial. Here, we'll just do it right here so you can see. 0 factorial is actually 1. I know that's weird, but just accept it as one of those things in math that has some great explanation somewhere, but we're not going to go into it. Okay? 0 factorial is 1. So, so this is actually just 12 factorial divided by 1, which is just 12 factorial. So our answer here for the first part is going to be 479,001,600. Okay, so now for the second part, and again, that's not the answer to this one with 8, so don't get mixed up. Remember, I did 12 graduates. For the second part, we want the girls are going to go first. So we're actually going to look at this as 2 different events, okay? So, and these are independent events. So they're going to be multiplied together. So what we're going to have is we're going to have 7 girls go first. So that would be 7 factorial. How many different ways can those 7 girls be arranged? Multiplied by the 5 boys, the different ways the 5 boys can be arranged. Okay, so that one's going to be 7 factorial times 5 factorial. And that's going to give us a much smaller number if we have to stick with that. Okay, so fairly straightforward on those. Just remember you have to split up the boys and the girls and do them separately, and they're multiplied together. All right, hopefully that helps.